Hello everyone and welcome to the grand finals of the Minish Cap any percent tournament between DarkySquid and Black. Today we have our wonderful commentators Tompa and Quo. Say hi you two.
Hi, this is Tompa here.
What's up guys, this is Quo.
Now, what should we be expecting from the second game?
Ooh, I want all the frame saves.
1 sec. Discord's telling me using an ad. Everyone's gonna ping over 200 people. Okay. Yeah, so both these guys are... I mean, there are 4 people with godlike times, and these are 2 of them. And it looks like they'll probably both go for... I'm not sure if they're both gonna go for bracelet skip. If they do, that'll be really interesting. But in either case, it's going to be a very technical and very fast game. Similar to the last one between those 2.
Yeah, in the previous game, Vlack pretty much won because of the bracelet skips, so we'll see how it goes this time. It's a hard trick to get, but it's nice.
Are you streaming their things now?
Huh?
I'm watching the commentary.
Yeah, same. I'm not sure if that was Vlack's setup for bracelet skip, but that looked nice. Damn.
Yeah, it is nice.
Alright. Well, that's something you guys gotta look forward to, because that was really nice. But other than that, if you guys have seen runs, these guys will go for like all the hard strats, all the manipulations. I think Darky recently made his own manipulation for Vadi 2, which is like a 5-minute manipulation or something, and Vlack had his from a while ago, so there's a lot we can expect from these 2. Definitely. Oh god.
You know, for some
I haven't
reason,
watched
I decided to be prompt with this one, and then I always forget that Black likes to run over the time for the race, just so he can practice some more. I should have run over was the thing.
Damn it.
Mean. I haven't watched the full Minish Cap run in quite a while, so this is going to be nice.
It'll be a good reminder on why you shouldn't pass this game.
I want to test it though, I like this game.
Someone clip
Just
that and
takes
send
too
it
long.
in a few
Yeah, well, I do want to test again. I will. Like, so starting with the 5-rod test, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm really curious to like try to route 100% for a test, but it's going to be a nightmare.
Because that's cool. Quite interesting. To be continued.
And we got to talk non-stop about the task for the entire runs.
Yeah, well, this whole 2-hour block is just going to be talking about how we can save time on the new task. We're not
It is quite impressive that the old task has been improved by RTA runners now.
Yeah, well... Oh yeah, the 2011 one.
Yeah.
It only took 7 years and 8 minutes of time save, but they finally... Well, 11 if you count Japanese.
Oh yeah, I did use the US version.
But it finally happened. Alright, a bit of the runners. I hate both these guys because these are the 2 people that knocked me out of the tournament. Darky knocked me out of winners bracket and Black knocked me out of losers. So there's that. No.
And they both got better times than you as well, so that's not the reason.
I mean, yeah, but that's expected. I suck at the game.
I mean, it's improved like 4 minutes.
True.
You still have a 148, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 148. Speaking of, these 2 are 2 of the people that have 144s. Vlack actually got the world record as of 10 days ago, 11 days ago. So, definitely a good runner. Darky had the record previously in August. So these are definitely both good runners. PB-wise, they are... Oh, I think Black is using different splits. Okay. Let's go to speedrun.com. Yeah.
Yeah. Advertisement.
Such TMC. I should know these, but I don't. Alright, so I don't think Darky's uploaded his most recent PB, but these guys are 30 seconds apart. Which at this level is pretty insane.
Yeah, they don't use PB splits, either of them, it seems like it, so... Which I don't know why, but...
They might have different splits for bracelet skip versus no bracelet skip.
Oh, okay, yeah. Understandable.
We have the 5-second timer now, so get
All
ready.
right. Good luck. Oh my god, guys! Exclamation point.
Oh my... Oh, it's a bit... I got 8 seconds between them right now.
Oh, I have a lot more. Let's refresh both streams. Anyways, Minish Cap. Let's get started. Yeah. They both start with a reset, and that's because there's a small manipulation at the start to get a few rupees, but we'll get into that when we get to that. Let's see. The goal of the game is you need to get the 4 elements from 4 of the dungeons, and then that'll fuse you the 4 swords, and you'll be body with that. So that's the entire premise of the game, essentially.
And you see that there's still going to be Japanese text in the game.
Right.
Which is a lot faster than English, and there's a couple of game mechanics that are different in the Japanese version than European versions compared to US.
Yeah,
that
it's
takes
like
a lot of time.
Really small, insignificant ones for casual playthroughs, but for speedruns, they're basically the things, or some of the things rather, that lets the Japanese version save quite a bit of time.
So as Kuma mentioned right at the bat, you're going to use some R&D manipulations to get some rubies. There's certain actions in the game that makes the R&D number change. Like rolling, slashing a sword, and when enemy changes the movement patterns. And so on. So he's going to use the sword after... No, not the sword, he's going to roll a couple of times. To make sure he gets the rupees from the pots.
Yeah, so everything with the up until he throws the pot down, or 4 pots, I'm not sure which ones they do. All of that is manipulated. It might not look like it, but it's still precise movement.
And the rupees are going to be used to buy a bottle, a grip ring, and a mushroom.
And yeah, it looks like Locke got it pretty easily.
Yeah. So the Minish Cap runs don't start off until like 1 hour into the run, with the glitches and stuff. Up to that point, it's just rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling.
Alright, this will be interesting. So Darky's gonna lose a bit of time here getting 4 blue rupees as opposed to Vlack who only got 1. But he'll make that time up later when Vlack needs to get a couple more rupees in a separate place.
I like the festival music, it's so good.
I should probably put audio on one of these.
Oh, you have no audio, come on, man.
Alright, well I need to hear you as well. I don't want to talk over you.
That's fine, I don't have anything important to say anyway, so...
That's true. Jokes. So there are a few like small things to save time at the beginning of the game. Some of which is whenever you start a cutscene, Link is going to move at a certain position. So you want to try to position yourself as close to that place as possible, so that Link doesn't spend as much time walking. It saves a few frames every single time. So there are small time saves for the beginning.
And as mentioned, they're going to be rolling quite a lot, but the problem with the roll is that you can't cancel the roll midway. And sometimes it's faster to just walk compared to rolling into a new scene.
Actually, I found one place where as Minish Link you can cancel rolls. It's really cool.
You can also, at one point in the game, change direction mid-roll. Do you know about that one?
I know Fire Rod, there's like a glitch where you can do it, but not in like actual gameplay.
In the rally game, the first time you learn about fusing, you're going to turn around automatically. So if you're rolling during that time, it's going to turn around and roll.
Interesting.
So you can start rolling forward and then instantly roll to the left, I think, first.
That's funny. Alright, that makes sense, but I didn't know about it.
Yeah, it's useless, just going to skip it anyway, so... But I found it funny.
Yeah, so a question in chat, why isn't Black going for 40 rupees? He'll get 3 blue rupees later. It's going to be a tiny bit slower, like less than a second. But the benefit of that one is there are fairies in that cave, so he'll also get a health refill if he needs it. Normally at that point you lose like maybe a quarter heart or half a heart, but it's still nice to have, especially for newer runners.
And you can also get lucky by there's some enemies you need to kill, bushes to slash and rocks to break, and they may contain 5 rupees as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a reason why people don't do the 4 blue rupees manipulation, but it can happen. And that will technically save time. But it's not a guarantee, and you needed rupees, so they're going to go for it, the safe methods anyway. A nice thing about mashing text in this game is every button you press will advance the text forward, even the D-pad. So you can just hold down B for faster scrolling and then press every button you can. It's a mash fest. And as you can read in the story, bad things happen and the young boy has to save the day, as always. Because there are no brave knights or anything in this kingdom. It's like, oh hey, you doesn't look like you have anything to do, can you save the world for us? Okay.
You don't seem to be in any rush. Let's go.
Yeah.
No. So the story is that only children can see the Minish, who are the people who can fix the sword that's been broken, and that's why Link is going on the quest.
Yes, in this game, I guess it kind of makes sense from that perspective, but...
I mean, why no one is accompanying him, I don't know, but like...
Yeah. No adult to look after him or anything.
It's like, he'll be fine. Give him a sword.
Yeah.
Alright, my internet's acting up and Vlog stream is frozen for me, so if anything happens on that side,
it's fine so far. It's about to enter the first Eslo cutscene. Ooh, okay. Darky getting some damage there. Another nice thing about rolling is that at the start of roll you can't take any damage, so you can roll through enemies. That's going to be used quite a lot as well.
Yeah, actually when I started this game I just came straight from Ocarina of Time speedrunning, and the roll over there is at the end of the invincibility is at the end of the roll there, and this one's at the beginning, so I always messed up there, but I did the smart thing and I stopped running Ocarina of Time, and I never looked back. No. But yeah, it's a bit different, but easy to get used to.
There's the explanation to why Link has a green cap, green hat. Because there always need to be an explanation for things. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
And one thing about Eslo, there's certain times when he's going to start talking, like explaining what this is and that is. And if you roll into such cutscene, the cutscene is going to take a little bit longer to start for some reason. So even though the cutscene catches the roll automatically, they're going to walk into the cutscene anyway. They say that little bit of time.
There are some rare ones where that doesn't happen. Like the first one here, actually, it doesn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
But for most of the time, they're going to want to walk into the Eslo triggers.
And here we're going to see the first lily pad skip. No. I'm still waiting for that to happen. RTA.
Yeah, I try every time. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to refresh the commentary streams because the block is still frozen for me.
It's always nice to slash the sword to the music. I love doing that in games. Nice one, Darky. So does it want to be called DarkySquid or DarkySquid?
I call him Darky. Most people do.
Okay,
DarkySquid is just...
It's too long, but like Squid could work as well.
Squid could work, that's true.
Yeah. So right now Link can't understand him. So he needs to eat a nut. The Babelfish. Not good.
Not yet. Yeah, so the story behind it is that they get the Jabbernut so they can understand Minish speak, but if you skip it with glitches, the game goes on as normal. It's not very... There's not much that goes on.
So Black is now about to head into the first dungeon. There's some dungeons in the game where you play as Minish Link and some as you play as regular Link.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one is a Minish dungeon.
Yeah. Even the ones where you play as regular Link, there's always Minish portals in them.
Yeah.
So they definitely use the concept of shrinking to their advantages.
So there are a lot of, not a lot I guess, but there's some luck manipulation in the game, but most of it is there's way too much randomness in the game to manipulate everything.
Yeah.
And something's not worth trying in a way. So there are going to be lots of enemies in the way, and some that take a while to kill because they are randomly walking around.
Yeah, most of the while, especially in this dungeon, most of the time you can react to it pretty easily, and enemies take 2 sword hits to kill right now, and they don't have any defenses of sorts, so it's not that hard. But later in the game, when you can't always hit the enemies depending on what they do and stuff, that can get a bit tricky.
They used this barrel in like commercials and stuff for the game when it came out. And I remember like loving the barrel for some reason.
Yeah,
it looked so cool.
And then you're only in there for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, twice in the game.
Wait, twice? 1?
3 times even.
3 times.
Yeah, I forgot about the last one.
Oh wait, 3 times? 4 times.
4 times? Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Man.
that's stupid.
You get so much use out of this bear.
A lot more than 10 seconds, yeah.
Alright, so Darky's about 10 seconds behind, but Vlack is going to need to spend 6 to 7 seconds later to get the extra rupees, as we mentioned, so it's closer than it looks, but Vlack still has... wow. I can't talk. Vlack still has a tiny bit of a lead. So we'll see how that goes on. Especially in all the early game, movement is really important, and I mean, these guys both have extremely good times, so they both have really good movement. So it's not who has the better movement here, it's who makes the least amount of mistakes.
And there's not going to be too many mistakes or differences in the first dungeon.
Yeah.
It's fairly simple to do everything. It's mostly a matter of like enemies being away and small time savers. Which add up. Like, or someone wanted to release the mushroom too early. Oh, that was a close one.
Yeah, so a few things they use at the same time, for example, is when they pull the mushroom, they want to pull it for the least amount of time possible. So they like know the visual cues they need for that. Same thing with levers and all that.
Yeah.
Alright, boss fight on Vlack's side, and he does it no problem.
You call it a boss fight?
I mean, it's a mini boss. It's I don't even know what you call it.
Well, I mean, it's like 3
room of
regular enemies. Like, it's not even a...
I mean, for this early in the game, though, like, if someone's never played a Zelda game, this is...
Well, this upcoming here is a mini-boss, though.
That is a mini-boss, true.
Yeah. It's a very simple boss. You hit the nose and wait a while and hit the back.
Yeah, so this is the Matter Pillar. Optimally, you do that in 2 cycles. If you mess up, it will be 3 cycles, but I doubt we'll see a 3 cycle from either of these guys.
Yeah.
Mob Trap Room, I like it. It's a mob room.
And in Castle playthroughs, you're going to see this boss one more time, but it's skipped in speedruns.
2 more times, actually.
2 more? Wow.
Yeah, well, he's twice in the Temple of Droplets room.
Is it twice even? Oh, wow.
Yeah, there are 2 of them. Actually, there's a... Well, we do it in glitchless, obviously, because we don't skip that room. But there's a... Toads found a manipulation for them. Which looks pretty cool, but I don't care about glitches enough to try to do manipulations in it.
The lily pad movement is quite interesting. For a number of reasons.
So we won't see it much here, but there is a way to speed up the lily pads if you go if you shoot perpendicular from the direction you're going. So let's say you're going straight right and you shoot once up, that actually gives you more right momentum, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me in my logical sense, but if the game says so, fine. There used to be a way here to despawn the pot for... oh, used to be, there still is, I suppose.
Yeah.
Despawn the pot so you get stat carry. Oops.
Yellow. Yeah, that was a problem for a long time, and it actually happened in an AGDQ run by Atros in 2014, question mark? But we figured out why it happened since, so it won't happen again. It was slow, though. You would waste, nice. Yeah, you'd waste a few seconds going back up to reload the ruin, then back down. Anyways, Vlack's gained the big key, and he'll be heading to the big choo-choo.
The choo-choo train.
The choo-choo train.
So this bot is going to jump around and then going to fall down. And it's going to stay down for a different amount of time each time. And you actually want it to be down as little time as possible. The minimum is you can hit him 6 times and up to 9 times.
Yeah.
And dealing more damage to him doesn't actually deal more damage to him, it's just a waste of time.
It does not. Another thing that they're going to want to keep in mind is that when they're done using the Gusher on his base, he's going to sway. So 2 things. First of all, if he's right in the middle of the room, he'll do a quick sway. So he'll sway to the side and then to the other side directly. If he's not in the middle of the room, let's say he's completely on the right, he'll sway left until he gets to the middle and then do a right sway. So they want to try to keep Choo-Choo in the middle of the room, so he does that faster. And then the other thing is that whichever side he sways first, the Link is gonna want to be on that side. So on Vlack's side, Choo-Choo swayed right first, and then goes left, and then goes right, and then falls. If Link was on the left first, rather, he would sway right, and then left, and then right, and then left, and then would fall. So you want to try to cut out those sway cycles.
Vlack just got a 9-hit cycle in the first one. It's the worst possible. But there's nothing you can do about it, really. It's
random.
And then they get the good one in the second cycle, so made up for it. Oh, perfect one for Darky in the first.
Ooh, Darky's gonna like that catch-up time. But yeah, there's not much RNG in this game, except for the bosses. The bosses are really what becomes random, which is why a lot of them... We'll get to Octo when we get there. But that's why a lot of the manipulations that we either do or that we have tried to do involve the bosses.
Yeah. So 1725 for the Earth element.
I don't think we spoke about this, but for setting up manipulations, it has to be after a save and quit, just because RNG is too volatile otherwise. And sometimes it would be slower to save and quit rather than just guess at what the boss is going to do. Anyways, both of these guys getting the Earth elements 7 seconds apart, so considering that Vlack does need to get those extra 15 rupees, Darky might be either ahead or tied at this point. And that'll happen pretty soon, within the next 2-3 minutes.
Let's see also if he gets lucky we get some rupees from the rocks, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, kitty.
Hello, kitty.
I'm getting some company. Okay. He wants to sleep in my lap, apparently, so go first.
Alright, Kitty's joining us on commentary.
Yep.
Alright, so the next thing we need is bombs. You can see Vlack actually went for a damage boost there. Again, he is going to get a health refill, so he doesn't care about what damage he takes. Darky, on the other hand, most likely won't go for it. But that's one of the reasons why getting those other 15 rupees is pretty nice, because he can just take the damage. They're both going to activate a Wind's Crest here, or at least I hope they both do, because it's important for later in the run.
PK 22. I can't actually remember if it's which one is faster. Like it depends on the situation, I suppose.
Yeah, so it really depends. I think, and I might be wrong, so you can fix me on that, is that there is an end lag at the end of Minish rolling. So if you go straight right and then straight up, and then you continue walking, then that would be slower than going diagonally. But if you go straight right and then up into like a door or something that cuts out the end lag, then that's faster. Does that
And when you
accurate?
start rolling as a Minish, when you're next to a wall, or next to the edge of a wall rather, you can start moving while you start a roll.
Yeah, but that's not very
so
arcade friendly.
You can move while starting up the roll, which you can't as a...
I've tried to incorporate that in runs. It's not arcade friendly.
Okay, never is. Well,
Like
I
sometimes.
think it can be at a few places. I don't know.
Okay, if you're good, it can be. But anyways, both of these guys are going to get the spin attack, and ooh, interesting. So there is a manip to make sure the postman doesn't get in your way. I don't think there's any videos of it, but I think of the people that do it, they all have different setups anyways, so.
Yeah, the postman is real annoying when you try to just roll or run later on and the postman gets in the way.
Yeah. So Darky didn't get screwed by the postman, which is nice. If you roll straight in the middle, you try to roll into him, then you talk to him, and then everything is ruined because you can't go around. It's a bad time. But anyways, they got the spin attack. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, they bought the bottle for 20 rupees, and you have to use it instantly in the starter mod krill.
Yeah. Yeah, so you need the ball to complete the game. It's also useful later for a few other things.
Yeah. So here Black is going to pick up some money, as mentioned, in the cave. And also a ferry, for safety reasons.
Is he? Oh, wait, what?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm like, you need green water, like, literally right after. I don't think he's gonna die in that short amount of time.
Oh, he did ball it, so I was like, huh.
Yeah, I think that was just a missed input on his part, so... He's gonna give Darky a bit of chance to catch up. So yeah, it does look like... Ooh, actually, the times are off by 10 seconds for me. We'll see.
Yeah, same for me. But let's see here.
Okay, 21:48 on fade out.
Yeah, Dark is like 4 seconds ahead. 5-4.
21:43. Yeah, so Darky's about 5 seconds ahead here. So go Darky.
And Black won the previous match, so if he wins again, he wins the tournament. So Dark needs to...
Yeah, so this is grand finals, because Vlack got bopped down to loser brackets by someone who's way too good at the game. But Darky has not lost yet up until last game, so now it's the real grand finals. So hopefully it'll be interesting.
A little bit above, I think. Oh, he made it, nice.
Do you vote for Europe or do you vote for America?
Or Europe, of course.
Central America. Yeah, you vote for Europe, obviously. I don't know, I gotta stick to the Western Hemisphere.
You do need some more Swedish runners, though, for the Minish Cup.
Yeah, not many Swedish runners.
Well, are there anyone at all? Hit anyone?
Not that's good, off the top of my head.
I'm checking the leaderboard to find any Swedish flags. Oh, there's one! Oh, that one, okay. That price 133, please.
Alright.
Anyway. And I'm going to accidentally use the bottle too early.
Oof, yeah.
And lose a couple of minutes.
Yeah, so to save a bit of time on menuing, they do put the bottle on their inventory, but if they use it before they need to use it, they need to go all the way back down to get more green water. So that's not something you want to do, because that wastes a bunch of time.
A common way to accidentally use items is when you're masking through text boxes, you sometimes use A and B.
Yeah.
And then you can accidentally use an item.
And especially on this stone that Darky just went through, a lot of people think there's a cutscene there after you blow off the whatever white stuff is around it, but there isn't. So sometimes people will just mash A and B, and it'll be a bad time because you just have to go back and get water. And
Here's the first small sequence break to break the layers.
Yeah, so you can use the gust jar to get to the mushroom that's supposedly on a higher layer. It actually isn't. It just looks like it. Since there was only 2 layers, sometimes they need to use a creative map design to make you think there are more. And that mushroom's actually on the same layer, even though it doesn't look like it.
And that trick has been in speedrunning since speedrunning for this game began, so it's nothing new of any kind. Yeah, I believe like people thought that was the actual solution as well. Most likely. Oh, there's a mushroom, you can grab it with the gas jar. Suddenly, whoops.
Well, but yeah, that's one of the oldest tricks in the game. TSA, rest in peace, did that in his
Rest in peace. Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, he basically got murdered.
Yeah.
He's not coming back to speedrun. But yeah, he did that in 2005.
Oh, nice luck there with the Darky. Ah, oh, Black had to dodge it. What a chicken.
Yeah, so those boulders that we just saw. Am I super behind?
I'm 25-30 for Black right now.
Okay, I'm like 3 seconds behind then.
22.
Alright, so Darky got unlucky there. But yeah, those boulders are the first thing that realistically can hit you that does half a heart of damage. Technically, if green choo-choo falls on you, that does half a heart of damage, but if you get hit by green choo-choo falling on you, you sort of deserve it, because you see that coming. But yeah, the boulders are random, so getting hit by them sucks, because you're really low on health, and they do a bunch of damage.
I like that the water can only damage you when you're inside that cave area.
Yeah.
Like, it makes such great game logic. Yeah, good one, Toads. There going to be a couple of these rock puzzles or block puzzles in the game.
Yeah, they're all pretty much back to back. So if you guys have any questions, wow, I didn't know Toad sucked at this game. Wow.
You didn't? You've never seen him play before?
Oh, you're right. I keep on reminding him how to save frames, but he never does it. It's very sad.
He just keeps finding stupid things all the time. It's like, oh, you can skip the flippers. Yeah, thank you for telling me 2 years early.
Oh, bracelets? Yeah, we don't need those either. It's tasks only, but I'll do it in runs.
Yeah. With a mini.
What is world record? World record is 1:44:04 by vlackSR, who you can see on the right of your screen. Maybe left. I'm not sure how the ZSR layout is, but it's on the right of my screen.
It's the exact same, so Black's on the right.
Okay, there you go.
So
Black's on the right. Black is actually seeded 4th in the tournament because he had like a 151 when the tournament started. He just grinded the hell out of this game and became really, really good, really, really fast. To the point that no one expected him to get to the grand finals. They thought it would be Darky against Fire Turtle, but Black was able to overcome Fire Turtle. Really good runner.
No bot? Oh no.
Heck, no bot.
Time to go yell at Trez.
Trez.
So we went up the mountain here to repair the sword, but it takes a while for them to do it, so we got to explore the fire caves meanwhile.
Yeah.
They just kind of smash it with the hammer.
That's how swords work, right? You just hit it with hammers until they get back together?
Well, apparently.
Alright, good to know.
And here we're going to do the biggest time waster to get a key in the game.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of research to glitch findings in the game for many, many years, and there's so much potential at places, but there are few things that actually work out in the end, sadly.
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, if we could hit a lever literally like 4 pixels farther, we'd be able to skip a large chunk of this dungeon, but we can't.
And you can use the bomb here in the first room, or second room, I guess, to clip out the bounce with, but it doesn't do anything.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's a thing I researched a while ago. I think I've posted a video about it in the Discord channel. Maybe not. Anyway, it's useless anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, a lot of glitches we find are useless. There are very, very few of them that work.
So a couple of ways you can go about these rooms here. A lot of people use the gas jar for the Helma's Hours. You can also try to be lucky with how they run and hit it from behind.
Yeah.
And some people use bombs, I believe, as well.
No, the task does, but I think the home stores are too hard or too random for bombs to be reliable.
Never lucky. Oh, that's too bad.
So one thing that we haven't spoken about, but Vlack has been doing that a lot, is that some enemies you don't need to actually slash your sword twice. Sometimes you can just slash your sword and then hold it out in front of you, and that does enough damage. Holding your sword out in front of you only does 1 damage as opposed to 2 from a sword slash. But those helmet stars, for example, and the spiky beetles earlier, you can slash and then just hold B, and that kills them a tiny bit faster than slashing your sword twice. So it's a neat little time save, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to wait for the full slash to go about. It's not very long, but any frame savers help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and especially, you know, these guys are both extremely high tier runners. They need all the frame savers they can get in order to PB.
Yeah.
So.
I'm having some problems with the Darkest stream. Keeps freezing for me.
It was earlier for me, but it seems to be okay now. Oh, interesting. He's actually going to get a 50 rupee chest here. We used to get that way back when, but we have since skipped it. So interesting to see what his rupee drop's going to be.
Hello, Zero. Welcome, welcome. So, all that was for to get 1 key, so you can change the tracks for the minecart.
Yeah. All that was to get a key in a room that we've already been to. Or to unlock a door in a room we've already been to.
The game is really teasing you by putting the switch so close. But
yeah.
You sadly can't hit it. Actually, you can only use the sword hit switches, you can't use bombs or anything. That sucks too. Here comes the mini-boss fight, I suppose.
It's the trap mob fight. What was it? Mob trap room? Something like that. But yeah, that fight has a really cool fight. It's basically scripted at this point, and that was found like 4 years ago by an older runner, Retros. And we still use it to this day because the fight is literally that good. His setup is just absolutely amazing. If any of you guys were around before we knew of that setup, it was not a good time. You placed bombs and you had to react if your bomb wasn't in the right place, and it was a sad time.
I still haven't tried to do a real-time run of this game.
Oh, well, it sucks. No, it's not that bad.
You should try to like convince people to start running this game instead. Don't say the game sucks, no one would try it then.
Yeah, try convincing me to play this game.
Yeah, go for it, Void. Or you're trying to avoid it? No,
get out.
Play left.
That's a good game. It doesn't look like it, but it will train your movement more than you think it will. So if you think that movement-based games are really fun, and that also have some really interesting glitches, it's something to look into. It's also the second longest Judy Zelda game, so if you like longer games, that's great. This one's for you as well.
It's this and Four Swords Adventures.
Yeah. But the Four Swords Adventure task is faster than the Minish Cap task, so Minish Cap is the longest 2D Zelda task.
That's true, yeah. And that task is awesome. Four Swords one. Adventures. Oh, Credit Warp, yeah. Let's find Credit Warp in this game.
Oh, true.
That will suck.
Oh, definitely.
So here's the Black picking up some Kinstone randomly. Previously, a few years back, we didn't, or they didn't, I suppose, need any more Kinstone in the game. But thanks to the glitch that Toads found, you could skip the flippers eventually later on. But you just need to fuse with some Tingle Brothers and Tingle himself for 4 times. So pick up a couple of Kinstones in the way.
Yeah. We skip a very tedious side quest to do a very sort of like a fetch quest, but not really. The game is more interesting for the glitch, but not the setup for it.
Yeah.
But at least it's not Bug Quest. We skip Bug Quest. It's not Tingle Slaves, it's Tingle Cousins plus David Jr.
The book quest I hated.
What did you just say?
Tingle's Cousins and David Jr.?
Oh, okay. I misheard that and I was very confused what you were saying. It was like did they change Tingle's magic words or something?
Oh no, it's still Tingle Kalulimpa.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry,
it literally sounded like garbage you were saying and I was like, wait, what? Sorry.
In the big room here with Lacus, you have to wait for the platforms to... So you have time to pick up some money without actually losing any time.
Yeah, I want to see what Darky does here, because he got those 50 rupees earlier. So I'm not sure if he just did that for safety or what.
I was thinking both.
Yeah, no, he looks like he's gonna skip it.
Yeah.
But is he gonna skip the Kinstone? So if he skips the Kinstone, he'll save about 10 seconds here. But he'll need to get a Kinstone later. And he is going to skip the Kinstone. Alright, this will be interesting. So Darky's gonna get an earlier platform cycle than Black will, but he will need an extra Kinstone. So that's something to keep in mind for later. Ah, the bot's working again.
It's kind of working. It's not working for C and R for some reason, which it should be. So we're just trying to bug fix that right now.
But I saw that on the black screen here. It was a real tight window to get the platform cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that even the best runners have trouble with. And when I say best, I mean not the top 4, but everyone below that.
So, Gleok here, you have to wait for him to shoot this fire before he can hit the shell.
Yeah.
And it's actually a little bit faster for him to be on the upper corner when he's falling down. But on the first cycle, you can't do that, so...
Yeah, so interesting thing to note is that Vlack got a fairy and Darky did not, so keep that in mind for later. As you can see, there are rock formations on the wall.
I knew it.
We're not gonna go, never mind, we're not gonna go there.
Too late.
Too late. Anyways, for Glee Rock, there's a small time saver where if he falls looking up, he saves a bit of time as opposed to if he falls looking left, right, or down.
Yeah, but Vlack didn't do it for some reason. Interesting.
I think he has a weird setup that he tries to do it, but it doesn't always work. So
okay. Well, he didn't even try first time.
Okay, interesting. He doesn't need these small frame savers. He's too good. He only has world record. Oh no, Darky!
Yeah, getting hit by fire.
Swim.
Getting hit by the fire is good in a way because he's run faster, but he don't really want to do that here. Well, technically, in a test, it actually saves a little bit of time to get hit by the fire, but
oh no, that's bad for Vlack. No, Vlack is going to need to do an extra cycle for Gleerock because he found the lava.
Yeah.
All right, that's really unlucky.
Now Dark is going to pull ahead quite a bit.
Yeah. So Darky with a 30-21 fire element. That is really good.
Yeah, unfortunate for Vlack there, but we'll have to try to make up for it with a certain skip. That's going to take a while though, so stay tuned. Now Link has waited some time in the dungeon, the sword is done hammering.
Yeah, now that you're done your small errand, you can get the sword back.
That's technically the first sword upgrade. Now we're going to go to upgrade it once again.
Yeah, so this is called the white sword. Yeah, just the white sword. And then we'll fuse it to the white sword 2-element and then 3-element. A lot of people think it's like the 4 sword or the 3 sword or the 2 sword, but it's not.
Well, the memory address, the value, just says 1, 2, 3, and 4, so... if you don't look at it that way.
So for those of you who play the game looking at the RAM addresses, it might be the 1, 2, and 3 sword. Wait, what's the one before?
It's 0.
Okay, the 0 sword?
Yep.
Okay, got it. Alright, so now that we have the 1 sword...
the 1 ring and the 1 sword.
Wait, what? At the beginning of the game, the guard of the sword is purple, at the end it's yellow. I assume because it was fused with the elements, as opposed to before it was not fused with the elements, it was just a sacred blade. But now it's a sacred blade fused with the elements. Yeah, that's the best excuse I can give you.
I never really thought about that, but yeah.
What color is it in FSA? Dead silence. Alright, no one knows. No one plays FSA. Very sad.
I'm thinking.
Oh.
but I can't really...
Yeah, I have like the cutscene in my head, but I don't know what it is. But anyways, this is Sanctuary, where we fuse with the elements. We will come back here 2 more times after this. Every time we come back, we can split with an extra clone. So we're gonna learn how to split here in just a sec, and then we'll be able to have a clone, which is helpful for a couple of puzzles and such.
Value 5, the forbidden one. Forbidden values. As the sword takes a while to charge up, it's better to charge it early on and walking while it's charging up.
You walk half the speed, but you don't want to run until the split panels and then just charge your sword there for 80 frames. Oh wait, no, what is it? It's 80 frames for the spin attack, it's something else for the full charge, but...
the fire rod is not a sword value, it's a different item in itself. And it's basically a 1 in the system, like do you have it or not? 1 or 0.
So to the answer to your earlier question, in all the artwork, the sword is yellow, but I can't find a good picture where I can actually check in game whether it's yellow or not. So, yeah.
Interesting.
And here Link is going to sprint forward. And it can never run that fast in the game, but here it can for some reason. Out the boot. You know.
Also, look on black screen. Pay attention to the shadows on the ground of the clouds. I hope you all saw that. Anyways, this is another mob fight, and is my voice being stupid? I don't know.
Possibly. Oh, nice fighter from Black. Beautiful.
Yeah, so the mob fight's relatively easy because we some enemies, their patterns aren't based on RNG, they're based on where Link is standing. So every enemy which is based on where Link is standing is easily manipulatable. Also, one thing that really bothers me is that there's light coming both from the left and right windows here, but that's just me. Toadwood, this is a 30 FPS stream, not like this. Well, it's a good thing your eyes can only see in 30 frames per second. Oh.
Nah.
Alright, now that everyone has closed the stream.
So now we're going to start the Pegasus Boots quest.
Mm-hmm.
So first we need to learn that we need the boots before we can get the boots.
Yeah.
This is great game logic. So the normal way to do it is to go to the Caster Vials and dip into the swamp. But for some reason they put a nice little sign outside it that mentions the Pegasus Boots, and that also triggers the cutscene. Yeah,
it says something like, don't forget your Pegasus Boots, and that'll trigger the next side quest. Question from Mike: did they remove the clouds to allow for his teleport animation? No. They removed the clouds because that entire section's map changes, and the map changes to allow for the little rocks around the fight to happen. So it actually changes the map, and that map doesn't scroll. If you were to, like, for example, if you use the fire rod to get out of there, you can go up to a certain point, and there's nothing there. And then they have the Ezreal cutscene right after to bring back the normal map. So that's why that happens.
It's similar to the different map they used for the festival at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot
slash the shine.
Technical things they use to build this game that unfortunately you don't see unless you actually investigate it yourself. But yeah, games
it's
are cool.
scary of a Black to have this sword on A in his reading the sign.
Yeah, I think he used it with R though, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. So the first time you get a new Minish portal cutscene, you can't skip it. Like for the stump and now for the last.
Yeah, this is the last cutscene we'll have to watch, or last Minish shrinking cutscene we'll have to watch. There isn't one for the ones inside the dungeons, which is pretty interesting, but...
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Oh, one mechanic we didn't really mention is that if you roll and you press the sword button at the end of your roll, before the roll's actually done, you're going to slash the sword on the first frame at the end. And that isn't really important, except back over there, it is possible to slash the sign and break it, which is why it's important to know that you can go and...
Did you get? Oh, I got the roll lift! Nice!
Oh, that's his second one, I think. We didn't talk about that, did we?
Yeah, so when you lay down a bomb, it takes a set number of frames before it explodes. But if you throw it, it's going to be exploding faster. By... Ooh, I can't remember. But right at the moment when you put down the bomb, you can start a roll at the same time as you pick up the bomb. Then happens that you pick up the bomb, but as you start rolling, you go to drop the instantly. And that saves quite a bit of time. I don't know, quite a bit. It saves a little bit of time. But there are only a few places in the game where you can actually do it. But it's a nice time saver. It is possible to come to London rounds before you finish the first onion. But it doesn't do anything, sadly.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can get the key, but you can't use the key until this point of the game, so there's no point in doing it.
But it's not one of those potential sequence breakers in the game. It has no value. So in order to get the mushroom, the Pegasus boots, you have to wake up the guy who makes the boots. Which is buying a wake up mushroom in the forest. Which is the last thing you need the money for.
Mm-hmm. I still want to know where Darky's gonna get that last Kingstone piece.
I hope I didn't forget about it, but I doubt it.
Oh yeah, I doubt it.
Or maybe thought like, nah, I'm not going to do do the skip at all. Go casual.
I'm just gonna get the books.
Yeah.
Get the flippers.
Okay. Manipulation of the hours. Thought so. And that was a thing when testing the game, that we manipulate on a Kidstone as well. And I kinda got one by accident. But it was a really good spot for it, so like, oh yeah, sure. Let's go with this. Nice and shiny. So the good thing about the boots is that you can slightly move around while running, and you can stop at any time. But it takes 30 frames to charge it up, so sometimes it's faster to roll or walk anyway. But for longer distances, it's always better to run. Another good thing is that most enemies can hurt you, but you can just keep on running anyway.
Yeah, you don't get knocked back with most things with the boots. Which is nice.
But it's a way to add up a lot of damage, as you don't notice the damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the damage can be a problem.
Alright, Darky's going with the tried and true strat. I saw Toads do a really cool strat here, as well as the bombs. I wonder if Vlack is going to do it. We'll see. Oh, no, he's just going to go for the roll through, which is harder, but looks nice.
They're going to be the first 3 fuses you see in the run. You have to make 3 statues happy so they can break a rock.
Yeah.
Makes
That's how life works.
a lot of sense.
Alright, so Darky is not going for Bracelet Skip, it seems. He's going to be grabbing a bit of water here. But Vlack will be, so this will be really interesting.
Yeah, Bracelet Skip is risky because you get 1 shot at it, and if you fail, you got to do
nice
some time.
fight for Darky.
Oh yeah, I hate these guys.
Yeah, and based on Vlack's layout, he has a little thing on the bottom, and he gets Bracelet Skip 1 and 2 times. But just because he gets Bracelet Skip, that doesn't mean the run is over for Darky, because there's a bunch of the dungeon after that. Or there's an entire dungeon after that too, and the rest of Palace of Winds that is going to take some time, basically.
Here you see some manipulation from both guys to get the more kinstone pieces. And they both got it, nice. So Vlack has all the kinstones he needs for the side quest for the boomerang.
Yeah.
Good to see in a while.
I swear if Darky manipulates one off like a grass patch or something, I'm gonna be pissed. It's like a random save and quit somewhere, like slashes once and...
And having both the boots and the arrows equipped at the same time is pretty nice, because you can cancel the bow animation with the boots. Which you can save a bit of time later on. Because you can kind of do rapid fire with the arrow.
Yeah, that actually makes the bow viable for a couple of fights that we would normally not use the bow for, which is pretty cool.
Yep. So all the kinstone pieces are obtained, and we are going to go deeper into the wilds. To the ruins.
To the ruins. Alright, I'm gonna leave you for 2 seconds. I need to pee.
Yep.
Tell me if Darky gets the kinstone soon.
Mm-hmm. This one is one of the best music pieces in the game, in my opinion. I like the feel of it. It's kind of the same like Zelda overworld theme at the beginning, but they made a twist on it. I like it. At the end, okay, yeah. So you have the armor statues. Some of them you have to activate before they can move, and when you have to deactivate, so it just doesn't move. And it's not a place where it's close to skip one of them, but it can't be done, sadly. Oh yeah, true, that's Mike. The Minish Cap has a great soundtrack. Nice tunes. Ooh, some extra damage. He's a bit low in health, Dark, I think, but as this place you can take a lot of damage from enemies. Let's see how it goes. Oh, he got a kinstone piece. It does need another green one, though, but that could have been it. I would have taken the shot. But anyway, it wouldn't have wasted much time to get it, so I'm kind of curious why I didn't. So yeah. And you have to kill all the enemies in this area before you can next one. Oh, nice, you get a kinstone piece anyway. Interesting. But it's a bit low in health. Going down to 1 heart soon.
Alright, both screens first me while it was gone.
Yeah, goody. Nothing happened.
Alright, cool.
There are some health pickups at the start of the dungeon, which is good to get. We're gonna wait for it.
Yeah, this dungeon can be a little rough because there's not an early way to get health. So you basically need to rely on enemy drops outside the dungeon because the ones in the dungeon have an extremely low chance to drop hearts.
If Black dies, he has a fairy to revive himself, but he doesn't want to use it yet, so...
Yeah, because he will need that very relatively soon, and there's not an easy one to get here on out.
Bum 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 bum.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, what Sam says. Now that you went right to the beginning at the dungeon, but if you just go forward, which is good to do soon, you have 2 pots of hearts.
Yeah.
So you can get them instantly if you want to, but that wastes some time.
Yeah, both these guys are not big on wasting time.
Yeah.
Actually, neither of them got hit in that entirety of that section, so... Get those. Alright, good use of the boots by Darky there to avoid getting stepped on.
Mm. And you can see the advantage of having both the boots and the bow at the same time. And shoot these targets here. So shoot once, cancel, shoot, cancel, and then you run for the bridge. No, no! Get a seashell.
Oh, rip.
So the first time you pick up an item, like a rupee, heart or anything, you get a text box.
Yeah, and optimally you would never pick up a mysterious shell, but
yeah.
If you do, it wastes a second and a half or something. So it's not that bad, it's just a slap in the face.
It's a way for Flag to make up some time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much it.
Alright, so lots of stuff is about to happen. On Darky's stream, he's going to get a Redkin stone piece. And then he's going to do a trick called Armos clipping. I hope so, or else I'm just talking on my ass. And what it's going to do, it's going to allow him to clip past a block that normally would take an extra 10 seconds or something to get through by turning Minish.
It's one of the newest time savers in the run, even.
Yeah, first try. Easy every time.
Really nice.
Oh, that's the manip. There, that's where he got the kinstone. Alright.
Ah, okay. But he did get a random green before the dungeon.
Oh, damn.
There was one he ignored, but the one he got by accident.
Okay.
So there might have been no need for the manipulation, but he never checked, so...
At that point, though, that manipulation's pretty fast, so I think he would have wasted time by checking. That's fine. And it looks like Black's not... Oh, he must have messed it up, because I have one stream pause at a time, because my internet can't handle 2 streams, but...
So there's a glitch called portal items, where if you use an item before a portal, you can jump up to it while using the item, and that can cause some glitchy things to happen. That's one of the reasons you play in the Japanese version.
Mm-hmm.
It also works in the European one, but that one sucks because it's English, and other reasons. But
mostly because it's English.
Yeah, but doing that portal items, you can clip up to the ceiling, and if you time a bomb explosion, you can get hit and get up on the top. So you can go up to this boss fight without having to go through the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah. And you can see them using the arrows on the already exposed eyes. The arrows actually do super effective damage against this boss. Just against the hands, though, not on the inside.
And where the eye is hiding inside, it's random, but it can never be in the same place twice in a row.
So you can do an educated guess on where it's going to be.
Oh, I almost made it out before the team being grabbed.
No.
But yeah, you also want it to be as close as you can. But oh, nice! That's a good one for luck. Best possible one.
Nice.
And now for the next one, he knows that it can't be in the middle, so it's not going to distract the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And last one here for Darky. See if he gets a good spot. Yep, a middle one as well. Nice. Good fight.
One thing I'd like to see more from these guys is you can actually clip through the hands pretty easily if you use the sword. And that usually saves time as opposed to going around it. It's not utilized by a lot of runners. But in the 2019 tutorial, trademark, I will mention it.
Oh, it's not going to get the sub one, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, yeah. I thought it was a long text box there.
No, my stream froze.
No. So, sub 1 hour is for the Ocarina is a good run, pretty much.
Yeah, only 4 people have gone sub 1 hour.
That's like it's a bit behind with 124 there, so. And most of the time lost was because of the Gleok fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it did get the right Kinstone, Darky, so it didn't need to do the manipulation.
Ah, right. Oh well.
Oh, whatever. It didn't cost much time, and it's a safe one.
The grand finals of a tournament is not the place to guess if you got the right Kinstone or not.
Yeah.
Alright, so here, Darky's going to be going to get the power bracelets. Vlack's actually going to skip that, because he's going to do bracelet skip. So we'll see a small deviation. Vlack's going to skyrocket ahead as far as time goes.
And here Darky is saving the game resetting, because he wants to manipulate the lady.
Her name is June. Anyways, we'll talk about the Ocarina glitch later, but basically he got the Ocarina glitch, and that let him, 1, walk on water, and 2, walk past a trigger that would normally not let him into that house. So that Ocarina glitch is really important.
Yeah, it was a real one from Darky. Really fast.
Yeah.
And the Black made a fuse here to set up a shortcut to the end of the game, the last dungeon. That's going to be handy soon. Oh, not really that soon, but yeah. After next dungeon.
Yeah, so Vlack's gonna go on ahead and fuse the Tingle brothers, who I think they're cousins, not actually brothers. I'm gonna look into this.
The lore. The Tingle family.
The lore is half of the Minish cat.
Yeah. And the cats are really scary, but when they hit you, you get to be pushed really far away, but you can't really use it to save time.
Yeah, Darky's actually gonna want to take damage here. So, getting hit by the cat isn't that bad.
No, I know. But yes, you can get a damage boost from it.
Tingle is an actual word. What? It's in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. To feel a ringing, stringing, prickling, or thrilling sensation. There you go.
How much faster is Brace Escape anyway?
Tingle is... That's not surprising. Like a tingling sensation.
Oh, true, yeah.
You like that quote?
I'm like, oh, I'm learning so much today. No, it's just me being an idiot.
Yep.
Alright.
So how much does Brace Escape save?
1 minute and 50 seconds if done right. Also, I was wrong earlier. Ankle and Knuckle are the brothers of Tingle.
Right.
And David Jr. is the adoptive brother. Oh no, I got kicked out of the race chat. Alright. The SRL chat.
So yeah, both of them just walking around collecting stuff pretty much right now. Doing fuses to get the medical boomerang. Which is going to be the big skip item in the next dungeon. Boomerang is used twice in a run, I think it is, for glitch purposes at least.
Only once, because the second time you can use the lantern.
Oh yeah, they had that. Yeah, true. But they also can use it for some enemy kills as well.
Yeah, it makes one fight especially extremely easier, as opposed to what we used to do. But we'll
the
get to
boomerang,
that
as in normal Sally games, it stuns enemies as well.
Mm-hmm.
That helps a bit.
And you can also control it, so that's cool. But yeah, once we're done stepping on all the switches, Vlack's gonna get the magical boomerang and head over to Temple of Droplets.
And as Vlack didn't have to pick out the bracelets, he is getting the magical boomerang first. There's going to be a head here.
Yeah. So Vlack is ahead, but he's going to go for an extremely hard trick later in the game. That might lose him all his lead.
Yeah, because you have one shot at doing it. Otherwise, you have to reset the game and try again, and that takes a while to get up to that point.
There.
It's using a setup to the operating glitch. If you die, normally when you enter a house, when the door opens, you automatically go inside it. But if you die on the same frame the door opens and getting revived by the fairy, the door stays open. That means you can use the operating glitch to get into this frozen. How was it called? Frozen scene. Frozen. Oh, I can't find the word. Whatever.
Dungeon.
But no, frozen dungeon. That's true as well. But you can walk on the water. So with that, you can go inside the dungeon without having the flippers. Which is nothing new, but normally you had to use the flippers inside the dungeon. Thanks to the boomerang coming up soon, you can skip that as well. Which means skipping the boomerang completely is skipping the flippers completely is possible.
Yeah. Before there was one room in this dungeon that we were not able to.
2 rooms.
2 rooms?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 rooms then. I'm lying.
You need to get to the switch for the little pad below the waterfall, and to get to the little pad in the first place.
To get to the switch, really?
Yeah, there's one spot you can't move to. You get the little pad that's too fat to go to that space.
Right, you're completely correct. Anyways, that's irrelevant now because we skipped it.
So in the previous 80% runs, you didn't get the boss key at all in this run, in this dungeon. But you now have to do the glitch to skip the flippers.
Black's having some trouble with the ice physics here.
Yeah,
the ice physics in this game are not great. There are very few games where ice physics are great. This is not one of them. Ooh, alright, bad move on Darky's part. He actually entered the house, and that's bad because the door closes behind him again, and he no longer has the fairy, so he's going to need to restart and go for that setup again. So hopefully he's not going to waste too much time here.
Yes, Jay Cooper. It's frame perfect when you die and open the door, and it's frame perfect when you use the ocarina. But there's a setup for the bomb explosion to always get it the first try. But the
yeah, so it's 2 frame
still
perfect tricks back to back.
Let's see if we can get this. Nice. So it's catching up now. Nice. I'm gonna use the opening glitch in stairs. If you fail it, you might have to go down the stairs, up the stairs, and try again. Waste some time. And here comes the magic. If you use the boomerang and open a door which puts Link into a cutscene state of sorts, you can start moving without having to go into the cutscene. And that, as you can see, makes some good things happen. So that puts Link to one of the end of the dungeon. There's one left side and one right side that they have to go through. And this keeps having the flippers to go through the dungeon.
Am I back? My internet just died. Alright.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome snap.
You went over the boss door clip?
Yeah,
okay.
Briefly, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting because you can actually use boss door clipping to go straight to the mini boss fight and get the lantern. And you can also use boss door clipping to go straight to the boss and fight the boss. But you can't do both of those at the same time, so I actually do need to go and do the mob fight with the scissor beetles to activate the blue warp, because that makes it a bit faster.
So it got far ahead because it didn't have to pick up the bracelet. So Darkest got a bracelet before, which takes some time to do.
Yeah, so you skip the bracelets earlier in the game, but the actual bracelet skip segment is later. So in the next dungeon is where the important trick is, and that is what's going to determine if he loses a minute and a half or not.
So second time this choo-choo boss, it's pretty much the same, but it's electric between the cycles, so you can't use the gust jar.
Darky's not going for bracelet skip, no. But yeah, the electricity here is going to stop the gust jar from working, but other than that, it's the exact same fight. Except at the end here, you can use a spin attack to save 1 second.
Oh yeah! I love the time saver, it's so good.
Yeah, so Vlack needs to do a frame perfect skip later. That's 1 frame, first of all, and second of all, there's not a super consistent setup about it. And if he messes it up, he loses a minute and a half, and he needs to go for it. There's no option to not go for it. So if he messes it up twice, that's 3 minutes gone. 3 times, that's 4.5 minutes. So hopefully he'll get it for his sake. But if he doesn't, then Darky's going to have a really nice catch-up time.
So you need to open both levers to melt the element and the boss itself with Big Octo.
Yeah. You also need to start with the right one if you do the left lever first and then the right one, which is impossible in regular gameplay. The game is uncompletable because the boss doesn't unfreeze.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, Vlack is gonna pick up the lantern. It's not very useful.
Well, you do need it, so it is useful technically. But
I mean, we need it, but for one part of the game. Every other segment, we can skip using it.
And it's so annoying that they have the fire rod in the game. they programmed it briefly, but it still existed. But no, we want to use the lantern.
Yeah, fire rod would have been cooler. I think they just didn't want to like copy-paste items from Four Swords Adventures, which came out like 2 months earlier, something like that. Which is unfortunate.
So like it's come up to the end of the dungeon now, up to the boss. And Big Octorok is known to be a turbo boss.
Yeah.
Because he likes to spew ink at you. Possibly.
Possibly. Yeah, so the first 2 cycles of Big Octo are consistent. He always does the same thing. The third one is where things get random. He might do an ink cycle, which wastes 30 seconds and there's nothing you can do. And he might do 2 ink cycles, which wastes a minute and there's nothing you can do. But he also might do 0. And during all that, he also might charge into the wall, which wastes a couple of seconds and there's nothing you can do about that. So it's not a great time. This is the bane of Minish cap runs up until you start doing bracelet skip, in which case it becomes the bane.
Do any real-time runners try to aim his movement as well, Dr. Rock, like when he starts charging?
Yeah.
You kind of want the right angle as well.
Yeah.
I said he's going to run into a wall, turn around and hit it on the wall. But if he runs into a corner, he's going to stop earlier. And you can set up that a bit. But I'm not sure if people try too hard.
Yeah, some people do. So I try to. I know Toads does. I assume both of these 2 also try to get him into a corner.
But it is quite difficult though.
Yeah, Octorok is... Well, he has randomness, but he also reacts to your position. And actually the randomness is also partially based on your position, which makes manipulating him essentially impossible. We've tried. I've tried a long time. Toads has tried a long time. I'm sure other people have tried a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, and anyone wants to have a big Octorok easier fight or more consistent because of how stupid it is.
Yeah.
But sadly not. And this is time for the lantern to shine.
Yeah, so this is the only time we actually need to use the lantern to hurt Octorok.
Normally you also need it in the graveyard, but we skip the graveyard, so...
Yeah.
Well, do you actually need it? I can't remember.
Yeah, there are a few lanterns you actually need to...
yeah, you need light some torches.
And looks like Black got the 0 ink, so he's gonna...
that's really good.
Get an extra amount of time against Darky, or at the very least break even, so... Hopefully Darky doesn't get absolutely screwed by Octo.
That was a really nice split. He stayed up 21 seconds on this split. I guess he got some ink in the last run.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well done.
World record has 1 ink, how unoptimized.
Yeah. Run sucks.
Run sucks. Not even 142.
Now we get to learn that you need to visit the king's tomb. But we don't want to do that, so...
Yeah, apparently a lot of people thought that this was like the actual current King of Hyrule, and he's dead. But that's not the case. The actual King of Hyrule is alive. We're not going to see him again, but he is alive.
I kind of got scared by a Darkest message in the chat. I thought like he meant something happened in this run, but I think it's just replaying to the Searing. The Darky got. The Black got. So up to Hyrule Castle again to upgrade the sword a second time.
This will be the white sword.
Really? Or two clones, I guess. And it is possible to get this one early. I can't remember the details now. No, you can beat the next dungeon before this one.
You can get to it, but you can't beat it.
Oh yeah, because you haven't got a clone. You can get to it, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to glitches, which we will see very shortly.
But there's no way to bypass the second room in the dungeon.
Yeah, it's the second room, and then there's another room later that you absolutely need 3 clones, which is what Black is getting right now. So now he has 3 clones to play around with in the next dungeon. Right. Alright, so since Darky got sucked into Octo there, he's going to have at least 1 ink phase. So he's already losing 30 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunate. Oh, that's too bad. Here, like is using the shortcut that they open up, and thanks to the awkward glitch, you can get up to the next dungeon early without having to go to the graveyard and the best music area. Cloud tops.
Never mind.
First try.
Yeah, so those Ocarina glitches save about 25 minutes for the first one and about 30 seconds for the second one. So, but yeah, getting both of those is pretty much the reason why we get to skip all of Graveyard, Veil Falls, and Cloud Tops. Which I only learned this after doing Glitchless a few times, but Veil Falls is ridiculously short. I never realized that.
Yeah, it is. You just go there and go up the mountain and...
You just go up?
And but anyways, as well, I guess.
It does skip a bunch of those things.
Yeah, in the previous match that these guys had, Vlack did get the break to skip first try, I think.
I was at GDQ. I wasn't watching it.
I was watching some of it. Not all of it though. But he has a pretty consistent setup, but timing for it is still in 1 frame.
Yeah, we saw him practice earlier the setup, and it looks pretty good. But it is a 1 frame trick, and this is a 60 frame per second game. So getting it consistently all the time is not going to be easy. So we'll see what he can come up with.
Miracle's one of my favorite fights in the game when done quickly.
Yeah, so the Lantern here actually kills the Wizzrobes in one hit. You would expect it to just be the Ice Wizzrobes, but no, it's all of them. Even the Fire ones, which is strange. But
nice.
But yeah, it's a really nice fight if done correctly. It's harder than it looks, but it looks really nice. And it's fast.
So Black needs to die here for his setup. For the skip, so it takes a lot of damage here. And also saves the game, because if he fails this, he's doomed. If it doesn't save before.
Goes down to a quarter heart, or does that half? I can't see because I'm watching at 160p because my internet sucks.
No, it's 1/4.
Okay, that means if he gets touched by anything, he's in trouble, but go big or go home.
So there's another way to activate the Ocarina glitch, and that's when certain cutscenes start, if you use the Ocarina in the same frame, you get into the same state. Which means you can walk over holes. So let's see if he gets it here first.
Alright, so he's setting up his setup for this glitch. So he wants a pixel perfect setup, and he's gonna actually have to clip into the wall with a roll for his setup anyways.
So when all enemies die here, a cutscene starts when the door opens, and for that cutscene you can use the Ocarina. And he dies, and then...
Oh. It looks like he gets it, damn.
Oh, he did? Okay. Oh, I missed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, so that is going to let him get a small key further in the dungeon that he'll be able to use for one that normally requires the power braces to get. So Black is saving a bunch of time here.
So as you can see, he just runs over it, and when he goes up the stairs, you're put in the wrong layer, which means you can run over certain walls. And skip a lot of the dungeon.
Yes, now Black is at the second half of the dungeon here, and we're going to get a key. There's still a possibility that if he does something wrong, he is going to soft lock, but looks like he didn't do it. There's actually one more chance that he soft locks, so hopefully he's going to not do it then either.
In the first room we used Ocarina glitch, you're not able to roll because the game will crash, and you can't pause the game to change the menu. So you have to set up the items you want to use first hand. But if you walk to the next screen, then you can use items normally, and roll as well. But while you can run over holes and voids, you can't roll, or you'll fall down instantly. But this puts Black quite far ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a gamble, but it might pay off.
And it did.
Definitely. There's still a chance that the last dungeon is pretty brutal. So if Black messes up, he's not necessarily safe.
I guess there is a possibility that he's going to die in this dungeon. And that means he has to redo it. Unless he activates the portal first. But I doubt it.
But I mean, there's a chance, but I would doubt it.
Yeah. But never say never. Stuff can happen.
Never say never, that's true. So anyways, right here, he's going to go through a door that normally you would need a key that you get from the power bracelets.
So Dark is going to go to left here instead. To beat the dungeon normally. Well, normally for speedrunning, I suppose.
Internet, no.
So if you jump and wait a while before you with the second jump, you can jump further. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, that lets us have small little time saves here and there with the in the room that Black was just in, actually.
If we have 130, we have 230. Who's right? Let's make it 2 minutes.
Toad said 1 minute and 50 seconds if you do it right. So Black's setup is a little slower, so it probably only saves around 1.5 minutes. But that's still, a bunch of time. Alright, and here we'll see Darky, he'll have to do their rooms that Vlack was able to skip with the bracelet skip.
And if we could see another glitch here using the... instead of the boomerang, which he can use as well, he's going to use the lantern. So we open the bus door. So he has to first get the bus key. We have to open the door, and then it's good to get through it. And the room is at where you have to use the bracelets for pushing these pots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's using the boomerang. Never mind. You can use the lantern as well. Oh, you get a fairy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So if you use the boomerang on the wisps, you get a fairy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I got it. Wait, I think... Am I really behind? Oh, I'm like so behind. Oh my god. Alright, he wasn't even there for me. Okay.
Okay. So you use the glitch here again, and now you can walk up through walls into the next screen.
Yeah, so that boss door clipping is a huge break for this dungeon. We used to have to do the entire second half, which is tough. Lots of things that can kill you. But thankfully, we can skip all that now. Vlack does it with the boomerang again because he hits the anti-fairy with the boomerang, which gets him a health refill. Lots of people do that. I do that.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to die in this fight because that's going to waste so much time.
Because if he dies here, he would have to redo the entire dungeon. Because you don't want to save here, because if you die, the boss doors open, so you would actually have to do the second half if you save.
Oh yeah, that's true. And there are no shortcuts really in the dungeon either. Okay, you don't have to get the Rock's Cape again, but you have to do most of the rooms anyway.
Yeah. Or he could not save and have to do bracelet skip again.
Darky tried to do Ocarina bits there as well with the cutscene, which skips a few rooms here. It's not a big time saver, but he's trying everything he can. As he's forced to make up some time. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Darky's about 2.5 minutes behind right now, so...
Yeah, Vlack has tried to die or make some really big mistakes, like soft lock with the next dungeon, for example.
Don't remind me.
No, it can happen.
It can, I know.
The feels too soon.
Oops, Darky taking some damage. He's not liking that too much.
I bet he's going to get another fairy and use the boomerang for the trick.
Yeah.
1 to the 7 for the win element.
I remember when 140 was good.
Yeah.
Like sub 140 was like, oh my god. Yeah, so Darky's gonna... Ooh, didn't it put the boots though?
Ooh, we're taking a lot of damage here, yeah.
Oops.
A bit scary, but yeah, it's fine. And another difference in the European version, at least, of the game, when you finish the dungeon, you can't use the ocarina there in the European version for some reason.
So you need to go all the way down, and that wastes about 40-50 seconds-ish.
I can't really understand why they changed that at the Japanese release. Makes no sense to me.
I mean, I think they just forgot... Because, like, it is outside, so you should be able to use the bird, but they might just have forgot the front in the European version because they were rushing a few things.
Or maybe they changed it to... there's some talk downstairs for the story, I guess.
Is there?
Isn't there? There's not a force cutscene or anything, but they like... I think I remember something about that. Oh, whatever. Cutscenes suck, kind of.
Yeah.
Seriously, the last upgrade for the sword, so now we can make all links. 4 sword.
Yeah, so now we have the 4 sword. As opposed to the 3 sword we had before.
Yeah, Darky was ahead before. Thanks to mess up from Black side in the second dungeon. But a lot of things can happen anyway.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say he was definitely winning, because he did mess up the late Ocarina glitch, which lost him 30-45 seconds there. So even if Black didn't go for bracelet skip, they would be pretty tight. Because right now, we'll see what the wind element time is, but I think Darky would be a tiny bit behind at this point.
So for this boss, you actually don't have to make clones to be able to hit the ice. The game checks if you hit 3 targets in a matter of a few frames. So when you're alone, it's going to be hard. You have to turn around quickly.
Darky not getting lucky on this boss fight.
Yeah,
okay.
Shut up, Katie.
Good enough, good enough.
What's happening here? There are a couple of these... what do they call? I can't remember the boss's name.
Georg.
Georg, yeah. A couple of those you need to kill. And you have to clone to hit the ice a couple of times to damage him. And on the black side is the intro cutscene again, pretty much. Up until Vati pretends to be the king.
Yeah, there's actually one extra scene in this cutscene as opposed to the starting one, which just explains that Zelda has the life force, which would have been a really nice note at the beginning, because then we wouldn't have had to do the whole dungeons thing, but unfortunately that's not the case.
So Vadi's taken over the castles, now Dark Herald Castle. And people have been frozen.
Yeah, everyone's turned to stone. They're not having a good time.
Oh yeah, this is another place where you turn around automatically, yeah. Forgot about that one. So this tunnel is also a bit broken thanks to the glitch. You still need to get 4 keys, or 5 keys I guess. There's 4 keys needed to get the big key. I get hit by the blue wisp. Black losing some time for the opening glitch. So fact is, you can walk up to the next layer and skip the first part of the dungeon. And he's going to exit the dungeon so that he can save and quit the game to start at the beginning of the dungeon later on. So it might look weird that he just exits and enters again, but that's the reason.
My internet died again. What did I miss?
You missed the start of the Dark Herald Castle. Black got hit by Wisp, so he can't use the item, so I had to wait for a while.
Oh, damn.
But it's on its way to the statue.
Missed cutscene walking, heck. I love that glitch. It's like the only relevant thing I've found, that's a lie.
Oh, almost got the dip.
So there's a cool trick here with the cannons. Oh, it looks like he missed it though. Am I behind again? So the bombs can knock back the cannon balls, and that saves a bit of time because you skip Nuzzle trigger and having to charge the sword, and it looks really cool, which is the most important part. Unfortunately, Black was not able to get it, but you guys get the idea. Darky will have a chance to recover those 10 seconds.
Some precious time.
Precious time. Yeah, so Bracelet Skip saves about, let's say 2 minutes. Darky's about 3 minutes behind, so there's still a chance. Dying to Vadi wastes 10 minutes, so you know, don't discount Darky, but if Black is really consistent, so if he plays as he normally does, he might just have this in the bag.
Oh, and first try with the occurring this from Black. Very nice.
Yes, that is a frame perfect trick. So it's really it's a good feeling when you get it first try.
Use it once more in the same place.
Yeah, once more in the same place, twice more in the run.
So this dungeon has 4 corners with 4 towers, and each tower has a key. And he's going to get 3 of those. Oh no, is it 2? I can't remember. 3.
For the tower keys?
Yeah.
You get 3, I think. Yeah, you only skip the northwest
Northeast.
one.
No, northwest. Okay, yeah, but the arrow statues.
Yeah.
The arrow and the both side things, whatever. Yes. Yeah, I'm messing in my head because I've been trying all this.
Yeah, I remember testing that out when we were tossing it. That's good
Yeah.
time. It looks really cool. It's just too bad that we have to go through the stupid lantern room. That doesn't look cool.
Well, it's kind of cool to run around being on fire, I suppose.
Yeah, true.
So the reason that's mentioned that he goes up the stairs is to put Link in the wrong layer. So now the game doesn't know what to do. You can keep running through the walls.
Yeah, so with the Ocarina glitch, you can go up layers, but you can't go down as easily. And that just lets us walk over walls and all that. Which lets us break this dungeon quite nicely. Same concept as what happened in Temple of Droplets. Meow.
Meow!
Alright, it looks like Darky gets the cannon room pretty nicely.
Pretty good.
So that's what it should look like.
Take notes, Black. Take notes.
Take notes, Black. Come on. World record who? No. Alright, it's a nice ball and chain soldier fight there. By jumping over them, they usually stick pretty close together, and then you can just bully them both at the same time. We still have the Ocarina glitch activated, so we can walk over voids. Just we need to do a weird thing when landing on the platform, which you roll onto the platform, or else you do fall into the void. Which is just weird Ocarina glitch mechanics.
Yeah. But that was the last use of the Ocarina glitch in this run. For Black side, that is. Dark is still using it, of course.
Right. I'm sad he didn't go for the double Ocarina save and quit that saves a few seconds.
Has anyone tried it? Is anyone stupid enough to go for it?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going for that one anytime soon. In the cutscene that Black is watching, there is a way to skip it if you do the cutscene Ocarina glitch, and then you need to play the Ocarina again to cancel the Ocarina glitch, and then pause on the first frame where you can act, and then save and quit, and it saves like 2 or 3 seconds. It's not worth
that's
it.
where the cutscene walking glitch was found. You know. So when we worked on the task, we got up to this point, found the glitch, and had to redo the last step because of it. But it was worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, so one weird mechanic with the boots is that if you're holding diagonally, or to the side, when you screen transition, you actually bonk. I don't know why that happens, but it's just a weird mechanic.
But you only bonk if you have running to.
Yeah.
Otherwise you don't. But I don't know why. I haven't looked into the boots mechanics that deeply.
Yeah, well. So Vlack has all 4 keys. He's going to be heading on to the final boss. All this part is going to be one big manipulation. And his manipulation lasts a solid 5 minutes, all the way to the second phase of body. So everything he's doing needs to be on point to make sure that he can manipulate everything.
And sadly, so to say, you have to pick up a seashell as well.
Yeah. I mean, for the amount of time his manipulation saves, that his seashell isn't the worst.
Because the Dark Knight fight here mostly can be a real pain to deal with.
Yeah.
With manipulation, it's consistent, nice.
Actually, I wonder, does the seashell checks change RNG?
It shouldn't.
Okay, I don't think it does. But I'm like, if Darky would go for the same manip, he would not be able to do it, because he did get a seashell earlier. Alright,
so the stats before the fight there was the last thing I had to do for the manipulation to work.
Yeah, so Vlack's manipulation looks really nice. No, man.
So far. So the manipulation keeps going for Rati 1 and Rati 2 as well. So it's still active, so to say. So to speak. Black is too good, yeah. So here's the first of 3 about the fights, black side. So the first one you have to hit is the small eyes around him, and then you can hit the big guy, about himself.
Ooh, I think Black actually just messed it up by getting hit by the... And getting hit by the fire. Alright, so we're not going to say complete manipulation, but the Dark one is the biggest time saver, so we saw that one pretty nicely.
Yeah. But it's dead now.
Ooh, and Dark getting bullied by the genies there. Oh, I'm having a fun time.
So previously during Vati 2, he used to know like which eyes that are the real eyes, fake. What time he has to guess. But it doesn't really cost too much time, but it's a bit annoying. And Darky using the... I don't know if it's the same manipulation? No, it's not the same.
It's different, but it's the same concept. So he's also going to manipulate the Dark Nuts, Body 1 and Body 2.
So hopefully he can get it all the way through. So the first cycle for the eyes are all the same, the 4 front ones.
Yeah.
But then it differs. It can never be the same twice in a row.
Yeah. Which is a theme with a lot of the bosses.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see how Black does, because I don't think he does Body 2 normally often, just because he does have them in it. And it's scary how consistent he is at that thing, like it's freaking impressive.
It is possible to hit the eyes without cloning, but it's stupid and hard and no one ever tries it because
it's possible.
It's possible. But it did use a cycle, a setup to skip last cycle here.
Yeah. Yeah, so normally this fight is supposed to be a 4 cycle rather, but 2-ish years ago, 3 years ago actually, 2017, 2 years ago, they found a way to only do 3 cycles on this fight, which saves a solid 30 seconds.
Nice, he gets it nicely.
Yeah.
And now the game wants you to believe that, oh, I killed the final boss. Oh, getting a lost Keystone piece of the last possible enemy.
Darky's just getting wrecked a lot.
That sucks.
What is this clip?
Yes, let's see if Darky can keep up with the manipulation for the entire fights even.
Whoa, that's cool. Never seen that before.
Oh, the genie boost?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Alright, I don't think Jerky's going for his manip either.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunate. Black is coming up to the final fight, which consists of 2 different cycles. 2 different...
yeah, assuming he doesn't die here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if he dies, he's going to be behind. The Dark is low in health as well. I don't know if he got a fairy or not before.
I don't think so. Alright, some very good runners have been known to die to Body 3, so...
Well, it has a lot of health though, so... But yeah, I'm doing it a bit. Oh nice, she's thinking, okay, arena items. It's beautiful.
And Black's just styling all over the place.
Hello Enrico. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome.
Alright, so first phase is down. Black is going to need to reflect blue balls from Vadi. Vadi does have 2 different attacks that he can do. So one of them is the blue balls, and the other one is the electric blue balls. So he wants the actual blue balls that shoots from the 4 eyes, and that he can reflect and then hit the boss. And he'll do 3 times and win.
So yeah, so unless nothing major happens now in this fight, I think we might have a tournament winner.
Yeah, at this point I think Black pretty much has it in the bag. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Bomb swag is a solid meme.
And time 1:44:25. Beautiful.
Oh, I am way behind.
Clapper. It's a very good time for our race time.
Yeah, GG's to Vlack. Yeah, as we mentioned before, he started this tournament like with a 151, I think, and he just dropped it down to world record actually, which is really insane.
It's really unfortunate that he lost the time on the second boss, as
yeah,
it could have been a world record otherwise.
Yeah, it would have been really tight actually.
Yeah,
because he got 0 ink, he got bracelet skip, he got other good things. His luck on Mazal was pretty good,
and most of green items were first try as well.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
Damn, the 5 gift subs, my man. As an honor, DarkySquid member, I thank you.
Sub 152.52.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Huge thank you to Procrastination Nature Rat, whatever. Huge thank you for the 5 gift bomb sub. I was trying to get Black in for an interview, so I didn't see that. So yeah, thank you.
So if you push the Vati hands or whatever you want to call it, just next to the portal item, you can clip into the hand as soon as you shrink. It's a nice little time saver. As the game sips you down into it. Bomb strike strats? Like I use bomb strike strats all the time. But we can't use too much bomb strike as it costs time to equip them. And we're kind of low on bomb count anyway. Am I blame like you blaming me? Wow.
Damn it, Tampa.
Most rude. Yeah, great run, Black. Really nice. So we're coming up in the last hits on the Vati now for Darky as well. Coming up with a nice finish at second place of the tournament. Oh, it's one more cycle, never mind. My bad. So time is coming up here as well.
Yeah, the really stupid
thing is you didn't have any bombs!
No bombs. Use arrows, use arrows.
Oh, well done.
Oh, well. Rip. Yeah, so the really stupid thing is that Darky's gonna say that his run sucked, but a 147 is still freaking good.
It is good, yeah. So yeah, well done. Good job both guys. Black and a victory in the tournament, and Darky and I second place.
There you go. And that concludes the Minish Cap tournament. I'm honored to take 4th place, I think. Yeah, 4th place. I'll take it.
How many people were in the tournament anyway? I haven't checked.
In total 21, but we had a few that had to drop out.
Oh, okay, yeah, that happens.
1, 2, 3, 3 dropouts, so not that bad. 2 of them were because their consoles broke like the week before the tournament.
So yeah, Black did lose 1 run in the tournament, but he made it through the loser brackets.
Yeah.
For the victory.
Yeah, his losers run was pretty good. He knocked out McKill, Canna, Toast, me, and Fire Turtle, and Darky.
Yeah. So even if you're a loser, you can still be a winner.
Exactly.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get an interview from either of them, as it looks like right now. So, if that's the case, I guess I'll just wrap up the stream. So,
Oh yeah.
Huge thank you to the whole Minish Cap community for this wonderful race. Oh wait, hi Tress.
Don't you dare wrapping up the stream.
Oh, okay. Okay, Tress has things to say then.
Has some things
Hi
to
Tress.
say.
Hey there!
Yo.
So, yeah, GG to Vlack, being like the new hot shit in the TMC community. Now I know why, freaking our lover boy, freaking Toads, dodged because he was just scared.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, GG again to the entire TMC community for an actually amazing event. Like, yes, TMC might be a niche game that many people don't really get into or don't really know a lot about, and the tournament took for quite a while, but I still had lots of fun hosting it on ZSR, and I hope you guys from the TMC community enjoyed it as well.
Oh, we definitely did.
Yeah,
I'm glad
I'm
that so
gonna
many
I was just gonna say I second that. It's been a lot of fun streaming with you guys. Community's great throughout the entire tournament and talking to all of you guys. So yeah, it's been a fun time with streaming with this tournament.
Exactly. So one thing I didn't talk about, Vlack, you are here, right? You are in chat, right? Are you? I hope you are. Also,
It
where
was
are you?
before at least, so yeah, I suppose so.
He's already opened the bottle of champagne.
Oh, he did. So, yeah, we're just waiting for Vlack to say yes or no, because if he's here, Vlack, please write me a message on Discord and let me know what your hoodie size would be.
Ooh.
You will get a custom-made ZSR hoodie with a special TMC design
Ooh,
and
nice.
your name on it as a small prize.
Damn.
Good. There should be at least something, and I think that's a good way to handle it. So, yeah, that's what I had in. Also, yeah, shoutouts again to everyone that participated. Shoutouts to the commentators. I want to point out Martin, especially, because that guy is like 10 years old. And he still commentated like half the matches in the tournament, and he did it well.
He's actually 15, but
He's 15. Okay, that's pretty much 10 to me.
basically.
Just a huge shout out to him, because I know he doesn't know how to pronounce Minish, but that's the only issue I had with his commentary. He did it really great, and he was really motivated. Just want to point it out.
I can pronounce anything, so you should complain about me as well.
Well, you're a great musician, Tom.
My Swedish accent is terrible.
Swedish accent.
Also, Tompa, you are a ZSL legend, so I'd never say anything. All right. Yeah. Now you can wrap it up. Why did this take so long, Void?
What do you mean? Why did it take so long? What have I done now?
Nah. There it. Vlack, what's your hoodie size? Oh god, Tompa is preparing his keyboard. I heard it.
Yeah, briefly in the background.
All right. But yeah, Vlack, please contact me after the stream so we can talk about your prize, your small prize.
Talk business.
Talk business.
business.
Yeah. And ZSR is which kid now? Not really. If I look at my bank account, I might want to cry, but that's fine.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, everyone. I'm taking Void's job here because hey, I own this shit. So.
Okay, fair enough. I can't argue with that.
But yeah, never mind. Thank you everyone for watching, for participating, for commentating, for just being a support in the chat. If the community is interested and if the community enjoyed doing it with DSR, we will do this again if the community wants to at some point.
Fire rod percent. Fire rod.
Fire rod tournament. Let's go.
We'll just do 100% then.
No.
Yeah, that's fine too. That's fine too.
Who can get the most figurines in 30 minutes?
In 30 minutes, you can't even get to the figurines.
I don't care. We'll just start a race, file the starts right in front of the figurines.
It takes hours to get in.
Minish Cap randomizer when? PogChamp?
Oh yeah.
One day.
I'm down.
We need
but
Mike
yeah.
Ski to finish the Minish Cap editor so that we can actually make a game that would work with the randomizer, because this game is linear as balls. But one
Mike,
day.
if we get a Minish Cap tournament, I'll host a tournament on Zstar.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Too much stuff to talk about that I talked about. I made the stream longer than it needed to be. But yeah, GG to Vlack again. Shoutouts to Tompa and Kuro for doing the commentary today. Shoutouts to Void for being generally awesome.
Bye.
Generally.
At least most time.
Excuse me? Damn it, Trev.
Well, excuse me.
If you want to participate in the, just because I need to do a little advertisement, in the 3D relay race we are doing, make sure to sign up within the next 2 hours, because then the signups will close. There's currently plans on a 2D relay race. In the background, like really quiet and really low key.
Sort of like Tompa's cat.
Yep. So, my bad. Yeah.
Maybe we can get a 2D relay race going at some point. All right, I'm out. Void, do your job, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Well, that basically wraps up everything. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to the community. And I don't think we have anything till Friday. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.